The following video is brought to you through the generous support of viewers like you. If you like this content, then please consider subscribing, liking, and sharing this video. And for those who are in the position to donate, this channel thanks you. And so does this orange cat.
Mindy Kaling claims Velma is an icon for young gay women. Are you kidding me? It's the opposite of that. I am Mecca, and unless your idea of an icon is saying how bad lesbians are and everything, every stereotype, unless your idea of an icon is bashing somebody upside the head with a crowbar, then making out with them. Seriously, Mindy Kaling, where do you get off saying anything about anything? This is a troll job and you know it. This whole entire series. I am Mecca. Please subscribe to this channel. Share this video. This is the hottest topic. Please watch my content. I've been covering this for a very long time now. Watch Black Shaggy. Speaking of Black Shaggy, who are you? Why are you here?
Yeah, I'm Black Shaggy. That's who I am. I'm Black Shaggy. Yeah, what this talk about?
What's she, oh, I don't know if we can say that about her even. I don't know if we can say that much about her even. You might have to.
What?
You can't say.
Say that?
I don't know. I think it might be
this overweight, unintelligent person? How about that? Black Shaggy is a scholar.
Apparently. That better be garlic over there. What the crap is that? Key natural ingredient.
That's kidney bean. That's kidney.
Oh, okay. That looked gross for a second.
That's medical information. Black Shaggy down with that. Black Shaggy's a health-conscious individual.
What the crappity crap is this woman smoking? Nobody likes Velma. The Scooby-Doo people who would watch anything Scooby-Doo don't like Velma.
I tell you what, she's not smoking. She's not smoking the OG Black Shaggy strain.
Right, because then she might be, I don't know, entertaining or fun. That is the problem with this series. It is not fun. It is this mean-spirited poke at every single character, just to make every single character unlikable and miserable. It doesn't do Velma any favors. She used to be this kind of sweet little nerdy girl.
That's right.
Now she's this unlikable, nasty, miserable, condescending, rude, judgy. She judges absolutely every character on this show, every human being. So no wonder people don't like her, but Mindy Kaling seems to think so. Mindy Kaling, for as many people are acquiring this illegally, I'm surprised this got the #1 thing. I'm surprised they've announced a season 2, to be honest, but maybe not so much.
That show you how many people subscribe to the HBO Max.
Yeah.
That show you.
Yeah, I guarantee more people watch Last of Us.
2 people subscribe to HBO Max, and both of them watch Mindy Kaling. That means it's the highest show.
That's true, and nobody knew about the Harley Quinn one. All right, what's in the article? Do we want to bring in Rob from his birthday snap or his Black Shaggy?
Yo, Rob, get in here. You gotta read this. Got some reading to do. Black Shaggy don't do that. You gotta get paid extra for narration. That's right. Hey, what's going on?
Velma.
More Velma?
More Velma.
Okay.
Velma.
That HBO Max's Velma series does not stick to the precedent of the source material when adapting Scooby-Doo is cut and dry at this point. However, the animated show's star, it's not called comedy.
Yeah, because it's not funny.
Mindy Kaling and her producers believe they are honoring the old Hanna-Barbera cartoon through sundry changes they made to everything, to which viewers are saying, in a word, jinkies.
At a press session in New York Comic-Con via Propverse. Who's
Popverse?
Popverse. This is why I let him read. He can see it better. Kaling first explained the show is supposed to be scary and is aimed at adults. This is a scary show with murders, she said.
Yeah, but it's not scary.
But it's not. Not only is it not scary, I mean, adults are insulted by this.
Yes. I think we've been inspired with a lot more scary teen shows of late, which is why the show is for adults. She also indicated the show is inspired by Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, especially when it came to modernizing and race swapping.
That has nothing to do with anything, lady.
She stated, why not make the character Indian? We've been so inspired by Into the Spider-Verse and seeing other characters that can embody the spirit of these iconic franchises. Why don't we try that? We love Scooby-Doo so much, and we're going to honor it.
No, you don't. You act like you hate Scooby-Doo.
Yeah.
You took something that you couldn't stand. You couldn't stand any other character in this series other than Velma, and you decided to make Velma you, destroying the character. You liked Velma because she wasn't you. You liked Scooby-Doo because they weren't you. You are an unlikable B-word, Mindy Kaling. And it shows in everything you write and everything you say on the internet and everything you do. Your Twitter is all, I'm a crazy person. I'm a psycho woman. That literally, her whole Twitter is she's nuts.
Yeah.
She's nuts. She's like, I'm trying not to feel neurotic about my weight. She's literally that female Twitter account that you want nothing to do with. She is a 20-year-old mean girl who is 45 right now. And that is my biggest problem with Mindy Kaling. You don't come in and have any love for Scooby-Doo. You could make an Indian Velma. You could make a brown Velma. The problem isn't Brownie McBrown is brown now. No, the problem is Velma is unlikable B-word, and if that is your representation of Indian women, then you're not only insulting Indian women, you're also insulting gay women, you're insulting everybody by saying that because they were white and likable now they have to be brown and unlikable. That's your contribution to Scooby-Doo, Mindy Kaling. Are you happy?
Kaling went on to reveal why she decided to make Velma Indian. I love this opportunity I have now to be able to have
25% different. Just say
representation of modern Indian American teens. You know, you're right. She's a 20-year-old mean girl with 25 years of experience now.
So modern Indian American, we saw that with Ms. Marvel already.
Yeah.
We already saw that, and she was also an unlikable little bratty McBrat.
And she continued, there was not a lot of representation of Indian American girls in the 60s, 70s, and 80s.
Is it because they're unlikable brats? I don't know. That's what you're showing me. You're showing me that Indian women suck. That's what you're showing me. And I don't believe you, Mindy.
And so what I loved about the character, she's the closest to what I can see. What? Is smart A student, thick glasses that are always falling off, and skeptical. She has a lot of these amazing qualities, so as a kid, watching the reruns of the original Scooby-Doo, I felt like, man, I really identify with this character. I love that she exists. She's not traditionally gorgeous or anything. She just helps the gang because she's so smart, Kaling explained. You really identify with the character. Does that mean she also eats out of the garbage?
No, here's the problem. She doesn't identify with Velma. She wants to be Velma, but she can't be Velma. That's her problem. She wants to be Velma, but she's not likable and nice and doesn't get along with these people. Mm-hmm. Because Velma would never put Fred on trial. Velma would never beat Daphne upside the head with a crowbar. That's the difference in this. And they wouldn't end up making out, or they might end up making out, because they actually like each other instead of trying to beat each other to death.
Velma's showrunner Charlie Grandy, now he's the son of Fred Grandy, who was on The Love Boat. I'm not making that up.
Oh, wow.
Confirmed the show was also aimed at adults, revealing at New York Comic Con, we always wanted to do it as adult animation. And for me, I loved Scooby-Doo as a kid, but it also scared me. I was scared very easily, but I was interested in the kind of talk and kind of taking the comedy and humor of the original and sort of adapting it for older audiences.
Yeah, but this isn't for older audiences. This is for people who were 20 years old 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Most people have matured and moved on since then. They need something a little bit smarter than this.
Kaling further testified on the choice to make it an adult animated show. We love what we have done with their own versions of it. We love what people have done with their own versions of it. We felt this was a really interesting and fun way to make a different choice. And it felt worth doing because that hadn't been done before.
See, even the character of Norval, right? He would be fine if he were some guy. You know, it could be. It could be interesting and kind of funny if, you know, hey, you've got Shaggy and he never does drugs, and in the last episode they're gonna have him do drugs, right?
That's right.
It could be funny where they're going with this. It doesn't matter what color Shaggy is. I don't care about that. The problem is she emasculates him every step of the way.
Yeah.
She talks down to him. She's like, gee, if I were into guys with a sense of humor, I'd be all over you. Too bad I'm not.
Haha, very funny. Yeah. Specifically addressing all the race swapping done on the show.
Nobody cares about it.
Grandy said,
go for Junior, go home. Nobody cares about it.
The whiteness of the characters didn't feel integral to them, except Fred. Fred is just like a very white person.
So
okay.
that's racism against white people. So you hate white people because what? Because I'm seeing Indian people represented as horrible people in this. I'm seeing every race so black people are horrible simps who only have personalities once they smoke weed, apparently, according to Mindy Kaling.
Kaling added, Fred had to be white. He's the whitest character in history of television. Grandy appeared to also indicate the race swapping, specifically of Velma, was done, drumroll, to self-insert Kaling as the character. We've all suspected that.
Well, we knew that.
As reported by UPI, Grady stated, when Mindy came to me and said she wanted to do it, it was because she connected to her and because she was this girl who was the smart one, who does all the work and doesn't get nearly enough credit.
Bull! You're the smart one who does all... Stop doing it then! Why do you have to do it? Nobody's saying to do it.
Well, he contradicts himself here. However, he would then claim they didn't decide to race swap the character until later on in production. It wasn't until we got much farther down the road where it looks like this character in this show might happen that we have what is he saying?
Oh, so when they initially conceived of the show, she's like, I want to put myself in as Velma. And then later on, they're like, "Oh, we're actually doing this. Okay, let's make her brown. Let's make Shaggy black. Let's make this and this and this and this." So, because that helps with the 25% different license, because they can't use Scooby Doo. That's the saving grace of the show, is that they can't use Scooby Doo. They can't hurt him.
That's the one thing that Scooby's protected for now, at least. Kaling also
if you hurt that dog, I'm coming for you, Mindy.
Kaling also indicated the reason they are describing the show as aimed at adults is due to the situations they put the teenage characters in. It's really just the situations that they're in because it's geared towards adults. We could be more like teens who are 15, 16, or 17, or what are those sorts of urges which you couldn't have in a show
what?
for younger kids.
What the hell is she talking about?
She
wanted to be a 15-year-old kid making out with 15-year-old kids again.
Yeah. To that end, Kaling claimed that Velma is an icon for gay women. Velma's self-discovery is a really big part of this series.
She doesn't need to be that. It was already rumored, wasn't it?
Yeah. We don't want to ignore that she's an icon for young gay women. And I think that's really interesting.
Well, maybe you shouldn't have ruined her then and made her an unlikable B word. Mindy, maybe you shouldn't have turned her into... Oh, of course they are. Otherwise, it's homophobic. Someone says, yeah, you're right. If you don't have them that way, then it's going to be istophobic.
Well, anyway, she says that she has the support of Warner Brothers, but, we've seen lately that Warner Brothers...
Well, Warner Brothers threw him out there to troll bait the audience into letting people know HBO Max exists before Last of Us drops. That's all they really wanted. They wanted some big thing to get people kind of like, oh, I can sign up for Last of Us and I can kind of sneak hate watch Velma on the side. That's what they're doing. That's why they released this right next to it. That's why they went with this one, because it's going to be 5 hours of content eventually that some of us will be seeing versus the 1 hour movie that people would have just liked and ignored.
Yeah. Finally, Grandy revealed one of the goals of the show is to provide origins to a number of iconic phrases and even the names of the character.
We don't need
that. He said the fun of the show really has been taking iconic pieces, either the sayings or the sweater, and trying to give origins to all of those and imbue them with meaning. Nobody cared. It was a sweater. It was glasses. Nobody cared. Nobody cared.
It was the costume they wore because they wore the same thing every week because it was easier to animate. You're going to give us the origin of why they drove by the same thing over and over and over again, too? It's all animation. You don't need an origin story for every little thing.
He explained, why does Velma say jinkies?
Who cares?
That's a big part.
Because she couldn't swear.
You know what this is? This is Star Trek Discovery disease.
Yeah.
This is Star Trek Discovery did the same thing. They wanted to do origins. Oh, why does Spock do this?
Who cares?
Why does this happen? And we'll have Michael Burnham be the reason.
So now Velma's the reason. Only the most unlikable woman in all of Hollywood that nobody actually likes, but they're afraid to say no to because she'd scream istophobia. Yeah. You're just a racist. You're just a sexist.
While Kaling and Grandy believe they could take Velma in their own direction, the problem is they aren't connecting with a wide audience, as everyone appears to be checking out after the first episode.
Yep.
The poor writing and unfunny humor encompass a major complaint. As one Twitter user put it with context, I'm halfway through the second episode of Velma, and I honestly am not able to push on. This writing is so exhaustingly meta, egregious, and offensive to its target audience that I'm unsure how it was ever greenlit in the first place. A lot of us said the same exact thing.
Yeah. We don't like Velma, but we're going to continue to grab the clips for what the dub and for the Black Shaggy bits and for all the fun. And we'll have fun with it. We'll watch it so you don't have to, because share what we're doing. Tell the people to write articles about Black Shaggy. Tell the people to write articles about what we're doing, because, dear God, no one's helping us. Thanks for watching. If you liked it, make sure to hit that like button. And if you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next video. Bye!
I knew it, yo. Out the garbage again.